Alrighty, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XVI. It's been a weekend now, so everyone has had a chance to catch up. So now it's finally time for me to sink all of my time into Final Fantasy XVI. We have 8 hours today, and we are just going to jump in. And I'm really excited because there's a big question mark still looming over my playthrough, and that is, what is the world like? What do we do now that we're at home base, quotes, what do we do from here? Is it missions that we go do? Is it a big open world? Is it just straight story driven? Like, we haven't seen the main mechanic of the game yet in terms of how you play it. So that is the big question mark that I'm really excited to dive into today. Before we jump in, though, I did finally receive my physical copy of the game. Amazon finally came through. So let's check this out really quick. This is the deluxe edition. The only edition above this was the collector's edition, which I think was just a different steel case and the statue. I think it's like the only thing that was different. And I got the Amazon version, which I think the Amazon version actually had a different steel case. So there was the Square Enix one you could get from their store. That one had a special steel case, but I actually liked this one better, so I got the Amazon one instead. I didn't like the Square one. It looked kind of lame. This one I thought looked a lot better, so let's see what we got here. Oh, the top. Oh. It's like, I thought the top was all like goofed up, but it's just like the sparks coming off a Ifrit. Alright, so we have the PS5 disc, and here's the steel case I get. I think this one looks a lot better than the Square one. I like this one a lot. Here's what the inside looks like. So I'm gonna keep this closed. The back of the disc actually like cracked me up. I like the descriptions they give the pictures. Dynamic action RPG combat, immerse icon battles, dark fantasy world. It reminds me that like they have to sell these games to people who have never played video games before. Like, to us it sounds so stupid, like dark fantasy world. Like, what? There's so much more going on. Why is dark fantasy world what we describe it as? But it just reminds me, they have to sell this to people that have never played games before. They have to make it sound like interesting to someone that doesn't understand video game talk, but it just kind of cracks me up. Okay, what else? I think the only other thing I get here is my map. That's it. We don't even get like DLC. We don't even get weapons, which is good. I'm glad. I hate DLC weapons. They make me cringe. I think, didn't you get something for the... No, you didn't. There was no like pre-order or deluxe edition weapons this time. So maybe they're finally learning from their stupid mistakes of having DLC weapons ruin the beginning of the game. All right, here's the map. I've never been like the biggest fan of maps. This one's pretty cool though. Oh my god, it smells weird. Is that upside down? No. It's in... Is it in weird language? I guess it is, huh? No, it's not. It's just really hard to read. I can't tell. I think it's in weird language. That's pretty cool. I don't know what I'll do with it. I never know what to do with these, like, cloth maps. I like the paper map that came with the original Final Fantasy. That's what I got on my wall. Because that one's easy to hang. It's paper. But then again, it rips easy too. I guess you could hang... the cloth somehow. It'd be cool if they put like holes in it in the top. So you could send like a string through. Maybe I could do that. I don't really want to put a hole in it, but what else? It's not like I'm ever going to sell it. Like it's ever going to be worth anything. Alright, so there you go. There was the deluxe edition. I don't remember. I think it was... I'm pretty sure this was actually just $70. So, I mean, the map and the steel case were practically free. So, that's cool. Because I think it was only 70. I don't think it was any more... I don't think it was more expensive. I could be wrong, but... Maybe it was 80. Maybe it was 80. I could go check. This music kind of fits. It was 100. So wait, I spent $100. I spent $30 for this map, this cloth map that could have come in a loot box, and the steel case, and that's it. Is this worth $30? Something that basically comes with games normally. Yikes. Yeah. Yeah, the deluxe editions are getting worse and worse, I think. Do I get digital stuff? It didn't say on the Amazon listing that I get digital stuff. And I didn't get any emails about digital stuff. The Amazon listing says deluxe edition includes base game, cloth world map, special steelbook case. That's it. Doesn't say anything about digital things. I didn't get an email from Amazon. No Amazon email. I can check, but I don't think I got any digital things. I mean, I don't want any digital things. Okay, wait. I got something here. Let's see. I don't remember how to do codes. Don't steal my code, guys. This is important. I'm gonna get, like, a chocobo hat from this or something. This is important stuff. Don't steal my code. Braveheart and Kate. Okay, I remember hearing about this actually. Now that I think about it, I do remember hearing about the Kate Sith charm. I wonder where I get that stuff. All right, there you go. I put it in. I doubt it's like in my gear. I probably have to get it from somewhere. Who knows? Probably ruins the beginning of the game, if I had to guess. Alright, anyways.
And how you did you like the stew?
System? No. Wait. Aha! You were right. A good luck charm modeled after the front foot of the mythical Kate Sith, a cat with a pelt of spun gold whose claws rake in treasure from the very earth. The legend likely has its origins in apocryphal tales of the common Valistian coral, with which the rich golden gloss of the creature's coat and its distinctive habit of pawing at the ground before striking at its prey. Increases gil earned by 25%. I guess that's not completely game-breaking. Taking up this ancient hooked longsword in one's hand invokes strange yet familiar images of four nameless warriors who embark on a perilous journey to save their realm. That's neat. So how busted is that? Extremely busted. Way strong. So I'm just going to keep this in my inventory and we'll see how long it takes me to find something that good. I wonder how early I could have gotten that. Like, could I have had that from the very beginning and just completely annihilated the whole goblin quest? And that first boss?
The gift worked. You have my thanks. Come on, nearly there.
Is that the Seraph Comb? I'm guessing you can't get it in the prologue since you're a young boy, but I'm wondering if you could get it. I guess maybe I would have only had it for that fight with the general, with the captain.
You, blankets, quick as you like.
Looks like the guy we talked to at the very beginning of the game. With the apples.
Right, we make them comfortable while the bed's made up.
It wouldn't be though, because that's when we were young.
You just gonna stand there? Someone fetch some water.
I'll get the bucket. You go and see if Otto needs out, eh?
I'll get the bucket.
Wait, me?
Thanks,
What
fanboy.
the hell have I got myself into?
Curmudgeon. His name is Curmudgeon? Or is he a curmudgeon?
Who are they? Huh? They're freed Imperial bearers. Who the hell are you?
Who are you?
Shit, at this rate, he won't make it through the night. Think you can find your way up them stairs to the infirmary? We need Tyre. Well, go on. Shift your ass.
I was saying this before. The animations...
The one looking after Jill.
The animations outside the cutscenes are pretty, like, bare bones. Like, even though he was, you know, yelling at us, he was very stiff. He was just kind of like, hey, hey. Which is not a big deal, but I'm just pointing it out. Because there are games out on the PS5 right now where all of the animations are super fluid and, like, they took the time to make every NPC interaction feel memorable. Here, they definitely did not pay as close attention to NPC interactions. They spent most of their time on the actual cutscenes.
Your friend needs her rest. There'll be time for tearful reunions once she's recovered.
I'm not here for Jill. You're wanted downstairs. There are injured bearers in need of attention.
Well, why didn't you say so?
I did say so.
I thought he was thinking that, and then he said it. I was going to ray gun. Yeah. Not even just graphics, but just the amount of time and effort put into every interaction, which I was talking about last week.
He's going to be all right. But I'll need to examine them both in the infirmary. My work's just begun.
Another fine day at the hideaway.
Do many of the bearers who come here arrive in this state?
It's no easy thing, casting off your chains. By the time most pluck up the courage, they're already too far gone. These two here are the lucky ones. The name's Otto. You need anything? You ask me.
Well, Otto, I do need some supplies.
Do you now? Then Lady Karen over there will be more than happy to help you.
Right.
Oh. And thanks. Be seeing you.
Not likely. I won't be staying.
Is that right? Well, for as long as you are here, consider yourself welcome. You helped us today, and we won't forget it.
He's acting like I saved the guy. I literally just walked upstairs. I walked upstairs and said, hey, there's an injured guy. And they're like, oh my god, you saved us all today. Alright, here we go. Quests. Sounds like side quests. Hero of the day. Alright, so yeah. Up to 3 side quests can be displayed simultaneously. Only 3. Okay. The 1,000 Tomes. The Orchestrion. A jukebox. Both are located in the Hideaway's Eatery, the Fat Chocobo.
Who are these people?
Speaking of which... Okay, so it looks like this active time lore... His name is Sidolphus. This active time lore is only the stuff that is going on right now. So you actually have to, like, constantly check this thing if you don't want to miss anything. But what I'm wondering is, this library that they just told me about, does that have everything you missed, maybe?
Do you think we should go and help?
Don't think I haven't noticed you stealing sips from that pot.
Yours is not a familiar face. Are you new to the Hideaway, perchance?
You could say that.
Well then, allow me to welcome you. I am Harpocrates II Hyperboreus.
That's,
That's a name.
Quite a mouthful, I know. Which is why everyone here has taken to calling me simply Tomes, on account of the company I keep. And what varied company.
Nice beard.
I'm a collector, you see. Not of bijou and baubles, but of stories. The history and culture of these isles have ever been a source of endless fascination to me. But alas, my days of wandering the realm in search of new tales are far behind me.
He made that
So I've
up.
taken to sharing that which I've gathered with all who might listen. Perhaps you would care to listen. I have a few new notes that might interest you.
Past active time lore entries can also be viewed here.
I have compiled some new
That's what I wanted
entries,
to see.
if you would like to see
What
them.
the? Oh my god. Okay,
Wish
first
to
of
study
all,
the tomes?
that was cool. Second of all, that was the Final Fantasy X sound effect. So I wonder, like, this bar, is this like, is there a way to miss this? Or is this just going to get the max level when we finish the game? You can do a search? Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, so there actually is a couple people I wanted to look at. Her. Commander of the Kingdom of Walode's elite intelligencers who sits by her liege's side at the highest tables of state. Most recently in their negotiations with the Dalmex of the Zernatria stronghold. But Barnabas is not the only one with whom she shares a special bond. Benedicta also has eyes and ambitions for Hugo. So, oh, and then there's like related topics. Dude, this is so nice. This is how you do a compendium. And you do it in the game, not on the wiki, you know? If I had had this when I was playing the original Destiny, because like when I played the original Destiny and they were like, yeah, everything's on the website, I was like, well, I guess I'm not going to understand anything about this game then because I'm not going on the website. This is what they needed. And this is what a lot of games need too. That has like extended lore that you're supposed to understand. See, it's something like this, because like for me, the hard thing for me, and I don't know if you guys are this way either, or if it's just me, but I have a hard time with like the politics of stuff of like who's from where, you know what I mean? So, and a lot of times they either don't say it or they say it like once and then it gets drowned out. And then I get confused as to who's on what side when there's more than one side, you know? So just being able to go in here and be like, okay, she's from Wallowed. Like that helps me so much. So like now I remember, now I know like, okay, that battle we watched, I still don't know. I think I was in the Imperial, I was in the, I was in the Crusaders, but the Crusaders are still in the Holy Empire. I don't know if it's been explained. Bearers forced to fight for the nations that enslaved them, able to cast powerful magics, yet entirely disposable. Ah, so branded aren't just from the Empire. And branded also means you get magic power. Okay, I think I understand the brand now. So, like, if you're part of the royal family, you just have magical powers and you don't need to be branded. But if they want you to fight on the front lines, but they want you to have magic so that you're strong, they brand you. So you're not like accepted by the Phoenix or Shiva or whoever, but you're branded with their magic so you can use the magic, but you're still enslaved. Wait. A unit of Imperial Army assassins tasked with taking... That was our name? I thought we were the... Oh, that's cool. When you click things, they like go on top of each other. I thought we were the Crusaders. I also don't know why we were tasked with attacking Shiva and no one else. That hasn't been explained yet. But okay, so that beginning fight was a battle between the Iron whatevers. What are they called? I don't think we have anyone from there. They're all just... I thought I saw it. I just wanted to get the actual name correct. Iron Kingdom. So the battle at the beginning was between the Iron Kingdom and the Dalmex. And the Dalmex were asking for help with from Wallowed. And they said no. Mostly because the king, who's this guy, is like, was just silent. And basically just said no without saying no. And then the Benedicto was like, well, our soldiers would just get in the way of Titan anyways. So they said no. And then us, the Crusaders, were for some reason tasked with only killing Shiva from the Empire. So we were still with the Empire. That was obvious. And we were tasked with killing Shiva. It still hasn't been described why. My guess is that the Empire just thought that Shiva was a big threat. So they just sent us to go kill her. Is my guess. But that hasn't been explained yet. This guy's also interesting. He didn't really say much. He was just kind of there. He's just like the mouthpiece for the king. The king is very interesting. He looks exactly like us. The aloof and unshakable Barnabas Tharmer. Oh, there was something I noticed, by the way. You guys probably already noticed this. But at the start of the game, when there was that scene between Annabella and Elwyn, where they were talking about leaving, Annabella asked Elwyn, how long are you going to be gone? And he said 4 or 5 days. And then he said, are you taking Joshua? And he was like, well, I have to, because only Joshua can get into the special area. I forget what it was called. And I realized that's supposed to make you think she's saying that because she's like, oh, you're taking him out again for a bunch of days. That was actually because of the infiltration. She was asking, how long are you going to be gone? Because she wanted to know how many days she had to, take over the castle. And she asked if he was taking Joshua because she wanted to keep Joshua at home so that she could protect him from the invasion. But she didn't really have an excuse. She tried to say he was sick. She was like, oh, he's sick, he can't go. But he was like, well, he's the only one that can get in. And so she let him take Joshua, knowing that Joshua would probably be killed because she had no other choice. And that's also why she tried to persuade him in other ways. She was trying everything. She was like, he's sick, he shouldn't go. And then at the last resort, she's like, well, maybe I'll, give him the goods and maybe he'll reconsider. But he was just like, ain't happening. So she tried everything to keep Joshua there and not send Joshua because she knew she was about to take over and that he would probably die. So that was pretty interesting. It was interesting to watch that scene back. I watched that scene back because I was trying to take in a lot of information at the time and I missed a lot of the little nuances of that scene. So I watched it again this weekend. And yeah, it was really interesting. There's some cool stuff in there. And also, Elwyn talks a lot about blood and how she said that Clive was rejected, but he wasn't rejected of the Phoenix. He was rejected of being the dominant. That's when she said he was rejected, I was like, what does that mean? Because he has Phoenix powers. He was rejected as the dominant. And then she's all about blood and being pure blood. So the king is like, well, I'm not pure blood either. I'm only on the throne until it's Joshua's turn to be on the throne. And she was like, no, you are the king. You're the Archduke. You're great. She was just trying to puff him up. In secret, she actually hated him and wanted him dead because he wasn't pure blood. But she was trying to puff him up as oh, no, you're the Archduke, because she wanted Joshua to stay. She was trying everything to make him happy so that she could keep Joshua at home so that when the revolution happened, Joshua would live. So, but really, she hated him and wanted him dead from the start. So, pretty interesting. She probably married to get in high up so that she could even take over at all. So, and we still don't know exactly who, because she has an emperor that she's answering to. I don't think she's the emperor. But she decided that the Holy Empire of Sanbreque was stronger than Elwyn's empire. And her goal is to keep the Phoenix bloodline pure. So she killed Elwyn in hopes of taking Joshua to the Holy Empire, but Joshua also died. So now she's just like, kill everyone for the Empire. She's just kind of completely pledged allegiance to the Holy Empire now. It's a bit confusing because they call the well, no, I think the Holy Empire is the only one that's called the Empire, actually. So yeah. And that's who Clive was fighting for at the start, because he was forced to. And that was the guy we killed, Tiamat. He was one of the generals or whatever. So Sir Tyler, Sir Wade. They really should have named them Biggs and Wedge. It would have been like perfect. Does this say anything? A mysterious figure who was first seen amid the chaos of the Imperial invasion of Phoenix Gate immediately before the appearance of the second Icon of Fire. So I was wondering, like, is Rosaria just gone now? Since the Archduke is dead, like, I think Rosaria is just toast. But this description is from before, so we don't know that yet. Here's the Holy Empire. A nation occupying the northeastern reaches of the continent of Storm with the great city of Oriflame as its capital. Sandbreak is the realm's largest theocracy and home of the Mother Crystal Drake's Head. Under the rule of the Holy Emperor, which we still don't know who it is, the people of Sandbreak enjoy a life of plenty thanks to the crystal's blessing, which they believe to be a gift of the goddess Gregor herself. So what's really interesting is we've already met pretty much 4 kingdoms. The Wallowed, the Dalmex, the Empire, and Rosaria, which is probably toast now. So there's kind of... Oh, and the Iron Kingdom, so really 5 kingdoms. But it seems like everyone is at least slightly alliance with each other, with the exception of the Empire seems to be on their own, and the Iron Kingdom seems to be on their own. The Iron Kingdom just seems like a bunch of brutes that, like, just stay to themselves and battle anyone that gets in their way. But the Wallowed Kingdom and the Dalmex were released in talks, but then they ended up not helping them. And it seems like they have their own strange reasons for doing things, because Benedicta and the king seem very strange. One of the most valuable materials known to mankind, thanks to its ability to channel ambient aether from the air, allowing those without an innate power to do so to cast magics. And as most Valicithians cannot live without magic, its supply and distribution is heavily regulated by governments across the Twins. A given shard can only channel a certain amount of aether before it shatters, so the need for new crystals is incessant. Okay, that's good to know. Also, it's been proven by this area we're in right now that you don't actually need crystals to live. It's more of a, you know, oil to us or something. It's like important for our standard of living, but not literally required. Which is interesting. The life force of the land and the source of all magic. Kind of like live streamish. The amount of aether a spell consumes depends on its strength, with those manifesting more potent forces over a wider area coming at a greater cost. Larger crystals can channel more aether than smaller ones, and thus can be used to cast more powerful magics. One might use a small ration shard to grill a fish, but would require a large municipal crystal to fire a blacksmith's forge. The art of channeling Aether to make one's imaginations manifest. This can take the aspect of one of the 8 elements. Or more rarely, be unexpected. While bearers and dominants can cast spells at will, others require a crystal to do so. Magic is a part of everyday life for the people of Estilia. Yeah, so bearers and dominants can cast spells at will. Bearers also include branded. If you're branded, you can also. Person with the power to cast magic without crystal in Valistea, men and women who awaken as bearers are enslaved. They are marked with a brand upon their cheek and used as tools, a cheaper alternative to the scarce and precious shards. Okay, that makes more sense. So basically, if you wake up, or if you're born and you're a bearer, you can cast magic. Whatever emperor you're under immediately enslaves you because you're basically a walking crystal. That makes sense now, because I didn't understand like why some people were branded and some people weren't. Like, why not just brand everyone, right? But that's why, because you're born with it. You're either born with it or you're not born with it. And then there's like the holy lineage of dominants who are all bearers, like Clive. But some people are just born with it. And if they're born with it, then they're immediately marked and enslaved because they're basically walking crystals and they just use them to do stuff. That's really interesting. So you're born with this magical power, but you're enslaved because of it. And bearers are often turned into soldiers because they're strong. Makes sense. So I guess Clive got branded. Like, normally Clive wouldn't be branded because he was part of the dominant lineage, but then once they all died, they were just like, well, we'll just brand you and enslave you. And that's why he kind of lost the name of being a prince in the first place. Everyone just thought he was a branded. An ancient yet highly advanced civilization whose relics can be found across the length and breadth of Valistea. The material from which these relics are constructed is far sturdier than steel and cannot be worked by modern methods. So the people of the modern day have elected to build inside and around them instead. So there was an ancient civilization that was more high-tech than the people living now. That's interesting. Aliens. I was wondering about this too. The burning red star that sits beneath the moon. Folklore ascribes to Matea the role of message bearer to the moon, so it is common custom across Valistea to wish upon the star that one's heartfelt desires might be conveyed to the heavens and beyond. I wonder if that's gonna come into play later. Sheeber. I love that there's more than one thing, too. Like, as the story progresses, you can read more. Man, this is... Oh, the owl! Owls capable of transmitting the thoughts of others, specifically those with whom they are attuned. I want an owl. In response to the ancient incantation, their lithified third eyes store these thoughts in the form of aether, allowing them to be passed on and when required, though only to the intended recipient. Stilasses are mainly kept by royals, nobles, and other figures of authority for the purpose of sending secret or urgent messages, and are seldom available to common folk. The incantation can be loosely translated as, "My will is now thy burden, ne'er cleft our bond shall be." See, this is the kind of stuff you'd read in the wiki and be like, wow, wish I knew that. It's so cool you can, like, search, too. I absolutely love this. My only question is, like, is there missables in here? I mean, I suppose the bestiary probably, but other than that, are we just going to get it all by the end of the game? I hope so.
Always welcome, Clive.
That's a good thing, though, because like I said, no one wants to go wiki stuff or go watch a YouTube video about it. I mean, at least not while you're playing.
I heard they escaped their masters in the Imperial.
There was a game that I played recently that was like, there was some big revelation near the end that I was like, man, I really would have wished I like got it in the moment. I had to watch like a video later, and then I was like, oh. Honestly, Doom was a lot like that. Doom and Doom Eternal have so much lore that's in the game, but it's very buried in like codex and stuff. And there's no real way to like parse it well. Like that's the big issue, honestly. A lot of games, all of the information is in the game, with the exception of some terrible examples like Destiny, and I would argue the Souls games as well, because like technically all the item descriptions have a lot of lore, but like it's not really all there. You really have to just wiki it or watch YouTube videos of people that understand it. But a lot of games have all the info, like Metroid Prime and Doom and like Skyrim and stuff, but it's very difficult to parse. It's all like in codexes and stuff. And I think that's what makes this great, is that you get active stuff for like what you need to know now, and then you can go there and like search stuff. So it's way easier to parse. Like you can really actually like delve into the topics you want to know about and not just be sunken in giant text bubbles, you know? And it's described to you in a way that a wiki would describe it. If you look at like the codex of a game like Doom, it's some like ancient lore scribe, and it's like 3 paragraphs long, and you don't really get like the gist of it. Whereas here it's explaining it to you as if you were reading a wiki. It's just kind of giving you like the cliff notes, you know? Oh god, Final Fantasy XV is a great example too. So yeah, I really like that a lot.
We'll be needing more wood. But if I step away to fetch any, this lot will be down around our ears.
Is he talking to the wall?
Ah, you there. Perfect timing. I couldn't persuade you to fetch me some timber, could I?
Wow, 0 gold? Let's freaking go.
I'd be happy to.
Oh, thank you. You'll be helping me.
You don't
and
sound very
hide away
happy.
Both. Takes a lot of work to keep this place standing. More than we can manage, if I'm honest.
It certainly looks like you've got your hands full.
You can say that.
Certainly looks like you forgot your shirt.
Foremen knew their craft, make no mistake, but not even their handiwork lasts forever. That's why the walls need shoring up. Can't have the vegetable patch crushed before our first harvest now, can we?
No, I suppose not. All right, where can I find this wood?
Ask over at the White Ads. They'll point you in the right direction. Thanks again. I really appreciate the help.
Could have gone over there yourself by the time it took for us to talk about this. Good old fetch quest.
I heard they escaped their masters in the Imperial capital.
You can literally see that. You could have just called over there like, hey, I need some wood over here.
Excuse me. The man working over by the garden sent me to fetch some wood.
Ah, that'll be Geoffrey, master carpenter. Luck would have it, we've just finished cutting the timber he's after.
How's it going, Joe?
Take as much as you need from the stack.
Thank you.
No, not at all. We appreciate the assistance.
Here we are. I'd better get this to Geoffrey, was it?
Doggo. That's how I collect wood. Let's give it a nice touch. He didn't even like pretend to grab it, he just touched it. I am one with the wood.
Oh, you're back. Hope fetching that wood wasn't too much trouble.
He's
Will this be
magic.
enough?
This will do nicely, thank you. With a bit of luck, the walls won't be falling in on us just yet.
That sounds ominous.
Oh, it's not as bad as all that. And it's a damn sight better than the alternative. We're safe, we're warm, and we're hidden. What more could we ask for?
Air conditioning.
Stop fretting and take this. You've earned it. Welcome to the fold.
There's no need to...
That's not a matter of need, my friend. You're one of us now.
Oh my god, 5 experience. Give me a meteorite. Gillbug. Contrary to popular belief, this small insect does not get its name from its appearance, but rather from the fact that it is highly sought after by physicers for use in brewing medicines. In summer, when the beetles are most numerous, children across the realm will spend nigh every waking hour collecting specimens in readiness to exchange them for a handful of coppers. As children have tiny hands, however, this amounts to fewer than one might expect. Here, have a bug. So, this is looking a bit... Well, I don't want to jump the gun. I will hold that thought.
Don't think I haven't noticed you
Oh.
stealing sips from that pot.
Stealing sips. Time to get some new recipes.
And, dare I hope, a willing pair of hands. The fat chocobo is a demanding mistress, and we are too few to keep her on her feet.
Oh, that looks
Can I
tasty.
persuade you to deliver a meal or two to souls in need of sustenance? For your trouble, I can offer you the contents of my strongbox and my enduring gratitude.
500 gold?
I don't see why not.
Marvelous. And who exactly do I have the honor of addressing?
Clive.
Delighted to make your acquaintance, Clive. I'm Kenneth, and mine are the weary shoulders upon which the weight of this fine establishment rests. Now, I have 3 hungry customers awaiting their victuals. Take these if you would, and be careful, they're hot.
Oh man, here we go. Waiter Clive.
Oh, meal. How long has it been?
Don't eat it, Clive. Now wait just a second. I'm taking a bowl from that table to this table, that table, and that table. And this guy's going to give me the contents of his strongbox and 500 gold. Easy money.
Your food.
I was hoping it might be. Well, doesn't this look fine? Thank you, lad.
Everyone is so
Yeah,
nice
you
here.
want
It's like crazy.
Kenneth's running you ragged already, I expect. The old rascal.
Well, he did say he'd give me something for my trouble.
And so he should. We're not slaves anymore. Well met, lad. And keep up the good work.
Most of the people here are slaves turned into not slaves, so that's probably why they're all so happy to be here. I mean,
It's not
it
out
makes
chasing
sense.
Rumors. It's up there in that hole.
Oh wait, the jukebox! Where's the boss theme? Ah. I need that boss theme.
Yeah.
Look at that honker.
My thanks. I hope you do not think me lazy for waiting to be served like a lord. Only my former master did not use me kindly, you see. He left me half lame, truth be told. But Sid took me in nonetheless. Well, the hideaway is the home I never knew, and a mighty fine one at that.
you think we should go and help?
Steiner's Clanks should be a jukebox track.
Well, well.
Look at that book.
So much more to farming than just seeds and soil.
Your food.
Just a moment. I need to finish this. I won't be a burden. I'm of no use to anyone as I am, but maybe if I can master this.
All right, but see that you eat it before it gets cold.
What am I, his mom?
Thank you.
That was such an odd thing to say.
That's the last one. I'd better let Kenneth know.
Clive is kind of giving this, like, I don't care attitude, but then he's like, make sure you eat it before it gets cold.
All done, I presume? Splendid.
They were bearers. All three of them. Not slaves waiting upon their master's pleasure, but men waiting to be fed like equals.
You're starting to understand, Clive.
Equality is the very cornerstone upon which our little community is founded. Beyond these walls, we are scorned as slaves, speaking only when spoken to, eating only what scraps our masters deign to give us. The first hot meal here is the first many will have known. In the hideaway, we are free, truly free to speak as we please, when we please, and to eat what and when we desire. More than reason enough to trust in Sid's vision, wouldn't you say? Now, I promised you something for your trouble, did I not? The contents of my strongbox are yours to do with as you will. Thank you, Clive. Do come and visit me again, won't you?
Wow, all there is a piece of string and some belly button lint. I just doubled my money. Wow, no way. You can open treasure chests? No way. Wow, a badge? That's it. Increases defense by 10. Excellent. Oh, I love how the number, like, scrolls up. You know, one thing that I'm really like that they're kind of playing at is, so a lot of times games have this, like, super tough protagonist that is like, I don't care about anyone and it's just about me and I just want to get revenge and blah. And then, like, as the game progresses, you get to see a bit more of their, like, human side. But here, it's kind of cool because we've already seen his human side. We saw him as a kid, well, young adult, and how he was loyal and, like, loving of his brother and helpful to people. But then over the last 13 years, after seeing his brother killed and being enslaved by the Empire, he's become more cynical, right? So, like, we've already seen the way he can be, and now we see the way he is now, and I feel like over the next couple of hours, we're gonna see him kind of transform back to the way he was, which is a cool way of doing it, because we've already seen what he can be, you know? Well, he's bitter. After 13 years, he's bitter, like he wants revenge, and he's been enslaved for 13 years, like, it makes sense. It gives us more of a understanding as to why he's this way, instead of him just starting this way. It's kind of a reversal of Final Fantasy VII. In Final Fantasy VII, we learn why Cloud is the way he is throughout the game, whereas here, we already know why he is the way he is, and we're slowly going to unravel him back to the way he was. But we have more of a background to it already, whereas with Cloud, we had nothing. It was complete mystery, and then we learn it as he learns it. I thought they said, well, okay, maybe they didn't. They said I could have up to 3, but they didn't say there was 3. It was only 2. Now to talk to Charon. Is she gonna take me to the underworld?
I need supplies for my journey to Lost Wing. Otto said you could provide them.
What's that? Does the newcomer think it proper to make demands of a poor old matron before even introducing himself?
It's Clive.
Well, Clive, I hear that dog is yours. Since he followed Sid home one night, I've seen to it that his chin's rubbed and his belly fed. Though I suppose that's your job now. Unless you lose him again.
I won't. Not again. Thank you for watching him.
So, were you gonna buy something? What? You didn't think I'd shower your lordship with my hard-won wares while you swagger about with a pocket full of gil? Life doesn't work that way, lad. Now, let's see some coin.
I like Charon. Wait, you can buy things at shops? No freaking way. I don't believe it. Alright, check it out. We can spend half of our money to purchase a sword that has 5 extra damage. How much did the
That's all.
DLC give me?
Why, you've barely a guilty name.
Doggo!
You're taking his side now. And after all I've done for you. All right. All right, I can make an exception. But just this once, man.
You can have that slab.
The stores are getting cluttered and I need to make room for the next shipment.
Thank you.
Thank me? Thank your dog.
Dogs are the solution to everything. So yes, I can buy a sword with half of my gil stash to give me 5 damage, or I could equip my pre-order bonus for 55. I don't get it, man. I truly, you know what I want to do? Like, after we're done with this playthrough, I'm gonna do a playthrough where I equip this thing right off the bat and equip all of the rings. And then see if I can just beat the game blindfolded or something. Holy crap. And play on easy. Because there's still an easy mode on top of that. What in the world? Oh my god, I love this already. I'm in. Customizable virtual battlescape provides Clive a safe location to test out new abilities and train against all manner of enemies. Additional options will become available as Clive progresses through the story. I love it. Thank you. I love it. Wait, I can't exit out for some reason. Is it just training? I hope it's not just training, though. Oh, man, this is like... Oh, man. What? Oh, and it's playing my jam, too. Shows burst timing down there. Okay, so that ability actually does chain kind of nice. Man, I'm getting excited about like what they're gonna do with the combos. If there's a whole thing to test your combos, there must be some crazy ones later. Can I combo my abilities together? Kind of. Yeah, see, this is the type of thing that we need. Not tutorials every 5 seconds telling us how to open chests. If you have a game in a series where the combat is quite a bit different than the rest of the games in the series, that's why you put something like this in here. You know? Put in a Street Fighter-esque training mode. That's a better way to handle it than to just be like, let's give them 4 rings that makes the game impossible to lose and spam tutorials in their face, you know? This is what you need. Now, to be fair, they did all of the above, so I guess whatever, but yeah, no, this is the right way to do it. Alright, I don't really have much to practice with yet, so. Oh, I did want to try... I haven't done this move yet. Oh yeah, I still have taunt. That was a weird noise. Yeah. You can burst in midair too? That's cool. Kaif, thank you for the 26 months. And Matt, thank you for the gifted sub to Brett. And Eddie, thank you for the 23 primer. And Marky Mark, thank you for the 30 months. And Mantic, thank you for the 31 months. Holy cow. And Baden, thank you for the primer. I was gonna try something else and I forget what it was. You can do this in the training mode. Best training mode ever. Oh, this. Wanted to see if I could charge this at the end of a combo. Kind of. Yeah, you can time that at the end of a combo. Can you charge it while you're... Oh my god, you can. So you can charge your sword while you're shooting fires. If you hold down square and hit triangle. And come in with the blast. Can you charge it during an ability? Oh my god, you can. So I can hit an ability and hold square during the ability, and then hit him with a charge. So I could go like burst, 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 ability, hold down square. Ability, hold down square. Boom. I wonder... Feels a bit odd, like it still takes a while to charge. It's better with the triangle move, because the triangle move is longer. So I could go like... Burst, 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 burst. Hit the triangle move, hold square, boom, and then hit him with the square move. That's probably the best combo I have at the moment. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Do I have enough to get any more abilities at the moment? Well, these are all super cheap, so might as well get them. Okay, let's try adding that. 2, 3, 4, boom, hold down square, pop, then hold down triangle during this, boom. How long does that... Oh god, it takes like a second. Oh, okay, not that, okay. Boom, 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 hit this, hold down square. Boom, hold down triangle during this. Okay, it takes longer than that. I think I just barely missed it. Boom, boom, boom. What about the stomp? Stomp. Stomp. Can you do this during a combo? Not really. For some reason, if you start hitting a combo and then stomp, it like kills your height. Could try down thrust. I'm loving it. Oh, you can burst. You can burst the down thrust. I don't know why, but you can. Can you? Can you charge a burst? Not really. Guys, it's not a goblin or a troll. It's a virtual Gigas. It's a virtual troll. It's you guys. This is you. Got him. Okay, I'm feeling represented in this game. I have enough ability points to master something. I don't know what mastering does, but I want to try it. Let's master the hold square move. I still don't know what it did. Oh, it charges way faster. Okay. Oh, we're gaming. Yeah, that's like the biggest pet peeve of mine too. I've talked about this before, when the game doesn't explain things, but explains how to open chests. I mean, this might be more of like they want you to explore it. Like they want you to find out what happens when you master it. But still, yeah, it's pretty annoying when it's like, what I want to know, they don't tell me, but then Oh, I got a new Phoenix thing. Oh, I got a... Holy crap. Whoa, that's crazy. I need 1,000,000 points for that. Alright, how do I get out of here?